Good day and welcome to my 2004 Ford Focus. This is my car. Not only is it my car, but it's my first car. I've had it for about a year and a half. I bought it for less than £1,000 and it currently has 111,000 miles on it. And despite all of that, it's pretty good. It's a Ford Focus, the second generation, but a 2004 model. It was originally purchased on the 24th of December 2004, which makes me suspect it was probably a Christmas present. I believe I'm the 5th owner, and I suspect the previous owners were Greek on the basis that when I bought it there was a children's cartoon Greek character CD in the CD player, and there was also a tiny Greek flag stuck under the back seats. But you know, maybe when I sell it I'll leave a tiny Union flag under the back seats. Otherwise it's got many features. It had steering column mounted radio controls. It's got variable wipers that you can probably hear right now, with 7 settings I believe, and then a low and a high. It's got indicators. It has manual air conditioning, but it does have air conditioning. Oh, it's got a heated rear screen, very important. And it did have a CD player radio that came with it that I have swapped out for an aftermarket unit which doesn't have a CD player in it, but it does now have Bluetooth, which makes this the best car in the world because it costs nothing and I can play my tunes, my sick tunes. It came with a lovely grey cloth interior that is now mildly stained, but it doesn't smell. I don't think there were any smokers in the history of this car. Legend has it, I've been reading up, that the glove box can contain a 1.5 litre bottle. I'm pretty sure mine can't because it has quite a chunky owner's manual in it, inside one of those Ford, you know the things, one of these Ford slips. So that doesn't really leave a lot of space. But it's got 2 cup holders and a little box here that probably was perfect for like a Nokia when this car came out, but now is the exact right size for the base of some McDonald's chips. So you just wedge them in there and you can eat them on your journey, just next to your Diet Coke or whatever you drink. I drink Diet Coke. And then it's got another little cubby back here that's a bit too shallow at the back for anything that useful, but I tend to put sunglasses in it because it doesn't have anything up there for them. And it has sun visors that do have mirrors in them on both sides. It does have electrically adjusted rear view mirrors, which is, as I found, a surprising luxury on a car with such a base spec. But it is quite useful. Under the bonnet, it's got a mighty 1.6 petrol engine. It's not the one with variable valve timing, so it has 99 horsepower, which is enough just about. I believe it's near as makes no difference, 12 seconds to 60. And it's got a 5-speed gearbox, so when you're on the motorway cruising at 70, the traditional motorway speed, it's at about 4,000 RPM, so it's not brilliant as a motorway cruiser because 1, it becomes very noisy in here, and 2, it does about 30 miles to the gallon, which on a car with a 100 horsepower 1.6 litre petrol engine that only weighs 1.2 tons isn't that good. The gear change is nice. Even after all these years, the gear change is nice. I mean, it's not like a rival bolt or anything, but it's firm. You know where you are. Shall I rag it up here? We'll see. Okay, we're at 40 and now. I'll tell you when we hit 60. And that's 60. Mightily fast. 5th gear pulls. As you can see, I'm on the incredibly bouncy A67 heading towards Bonnet. Castle. It's an alright road, but you tend to have this problem where I'm now behind. What is it? I think it's a Mitsubishi L200 Barbarian. I think it's a Barbarian anyway. Who will be doing about 50. Because, I don't know, people around Bonnet Castle have no concept of time, I don't think. The brakes are quite good. It's discs in the front, drums in the rear, which is fairly standard. And of course it's a Ford, so everything is incredibly cheap on it to replace if something goes wrong. A clutch is about 120 quid, a radiator is about 200 quid, an exhaust about 200 quid. And it's actually quite fun to drive. And because it's so cheap and I just don't care, because everything's on its way there anyway, I've got no problem with taking it all the way to 6,000 RPM in second gear. This would be obviously the very funny moment for a massive cloud of smoke to appear. But that is the joy of owning a cheap car. What else is it good for? Well, it's got 4.5 seats, 5 if you've got skinny friends. But it's, you know, traditional family hatchback. It's designed for 2 adults and 2.2 children. So they would fit very smartly in the back of here. It's got Isofix mounting points, I think. Yeah, it's got Isofix mounting points. So you can put a child seat in it. And it's got 385 litre boots, which is very good. You can fit in the boot, what have I managed to fit in there? I managed to fit in a 212 guitar cabinet and a 45 volt amp head and 2 guitars in hard cases, along with an overnight bag. They all went in the boot together with none of the seats going down. With the seats going down, I can get in a drum kit and a PA. Literally the other day, I had a 7-foot Christmas tree in the back of here. It was going diagonally and I had to fold this passenger seat down, but I did get it in. I honestly don't know what I would replace it with, other than another Ford Focus. In terms of what this is right now, it's almost perfectly suited for my use. So here it is, the fabulous Ford Focus. This baby will fit a whole lot of practical stuff in. We're now going to go past Raby Castle, which is where rich people like Rob will get their Christmas trees from.